Welcome. In front of me I have the Black Shark Pad 7, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this tablet. So, to get started, we will swipe down from the top of our screen, and in here you'll find a bunch of toggles. Now we are going to be looking for screen recorder toggles such as this one, which is added by the looks of it by default, but if you don't see it in this list, you can click on this pencil right over here, and anything below this text right here can be added to the list. So to add it, you'd hold it, as you can see, then you can drag it around, and you just drag it above, drop it. When you go back, this toggle would stay added. So from here, we could typically hold this, but let's not kid ourselves. This device costs not enough to have any kind of meaningful options. So yeah, we don't have any, because by holding it, literally this opened up only. Now here you can check it, options between recording the single application or entire screen. And when you select entire screen, you also have this show up, which is show touches on the screen, which will record a semi-transparent grayed out where your finger was pressing the display. Now it could be a little bit distracting for some sort of content, but for videos such as this one that you're viewing right now, if I were recording just the screen of a tablet, would have been actually pretty good. And sound, you can record either device audio, microphone, both, or nothing if it's obviously toggled off right here. Now if you're planning to record both device and mic, I would recommend using either some headphones, earbuds, or just turning down the volume, because what could happen is that the device audio will be recorded internally, then it's going to get played through the speakers, at which point the microphone might pick it up the second time, which would create this unwanted echo effect. I'm going to keep it off. Anyway, next we just select start recording. Begins at 3 seconds. Countdown before it begins with the notification and recording. So from here we can open up any kind of application that we wish to record. See, I'm gonna open up maybe some like messages for this purpose. And I am looking for one application, but it looks like it doesn't come on this device. So I'm going to check it out if I can showcase this in a different way, but I can already suspect that it won't make a difference. And I still just want to give it a shot. Okay, so once you're done recording, you can swipe down again and click on stop right over here. And this will save your screen recording to your Photos application. Now, in here, you want to navigate to collections, and in collections you will find album called movies. That's where we have our screen recordings. And you can see it's already playing. Now what I wanted to show right here with this password that I was typing in, which I doubt I will be able to show, let's see, yep, it doesn't work, is a feature that Android offers, which sometimes is actually used when you're typing in any kind of password, but clearly Xiaomi with their AliExpress devices basically didn't do that. So this is more of a dropship device almost from what I can see. So it clearly has not much has been done with it. But normally in some devices you would experience that when you try to type in a password, your screen goes black in that recording. Not when you're typing in the password, but on a recording it will just look fully black. This is a feature designed for privacy and security of the user, and it's there so in case you would have some kind of malware that would try to use screenshots or screen recordings, that it cannot see when you're inserting your pins, passwords to applications such as, for instance, bank. Now, system does this occasionally on some devices, but applications do have the control over this as well. So bank applications do always block this, at least as far as I am aware. And also streaming platforms such as Netflix also block it, and it might be a little bit annoying, but this is, at least for bank purposes, done to protect your money. Now for Netflix purposes and those streaming platforms, this is done to prevent you from pirating their content, even though you paid for it, which technically isn't piracy. And these companies decide that they're gonna just treat you like a criminal, even though you haven't done anything to basically be treated as such. And even in law, we have fair use, which allows us to record things up to 30 seconds under the fair use. Apparently they don't give a shit. So because these companies don't give a single fucking shit about it, I will be showing you how we can circumvent this. I mean, if they don't care, I don't care either. So let me just quickly connect to Wi-Fi. Okay, so we are now connected, which we can open up our browser, and in here I'll be showing you just how you can view content from these platforms for free on other places. And this is for just kind of educational purposes, and I will be talking about the legality of it in a moment, but I first want to talk about the bank application. So because this one will be a little quick explanation. Typically when you want to capture something in your bank, you probably want to capture confirmation of a payment. Banks do give you the option to actually get that confirmation. You might not be able to capture a screenshot or record screen, but what you can do instead is when you have the payment open, not this one, there we go. I'm using screen recording right here because it does have the options. So when you have your payment open, so you go to your recent transactions, you click on that transaction that you want to get a confirmation of, and when you open it up, it will have these kind of three dots somewhere which you can click on, and this will give you a bunch of options. Not the same ones as we can see right here. This is obviously a screen recording, but the positioning and the logic should be about the same. And in those options you should find something that would basically tell you to download a confirmation, download PDF, or get a confirmation of a payment, something along those lines. And this would download and create a PDF file of that transaction. So it's an alternative way. Now for streaming platforms, we're going to be using browser just because we can't really circumvent what the application is doing. Unlike bank, which gives us the option, streaming platform do not. So what I'll be searching for is PStream MOV alternatives. I know, great name, but it doesn't really matter. Now I do want to quickly just mention this. The thing that I'm searching here for, that site no longer functions, and this video is more to teach you how to find other sites such as that one, instead of giving you one provided on a silver platter, because by the time you're watching this video, that silver platter might be just gone. So what I will be searching for is, like I said, PStream MOV. There we go. Now you can use other search terms as well. Primarily, I do recommend using Google for this, at least for the time being, because Google gives us Reddit results, at least for now. This could potentially change considering the Google Reddit deal is running out, where the indexing for Reddit is being shown in search here. But anyway, for now it works, so I'm just gonna continue as such. But anyway, you can search for other things, not like so other than what I search. For instance, you can search for free alternatives to whatever platform, like Netflix, Apple TV, and so on. Or you can, for instance, search for let's see, Cloud Stream alternatives, Popcorn Time alternatives. These used to be applications for Android that would allow you to basically do the same thing. But in any case, here we have Reddit, and as you also seen, this thread is called r/piracy. So let's quickly talk about legality of this, just so you're kind of aware. I am in no way a lawyer. This is just as far as I understand it. But as far as I understand, if you're paying for subscription, for instance, I'm just going to use Netflix as an example, viewing content anywhere through here that would be Netflix exclusive content, you're completely fine. Capturing it also should be fine, as long as if for sharing purposes you're only recording up to 30 seconds. Anything above that could be claimed under a copyright protection. So copyright, or in this case fair use, allows you to use something along the lines of 30 seconds. Anything above that basically automatically becomes copyrighted content. Now, if you don't own a subscription and you're going to be viewing this and capturing it, now that becomes kind of no bueno, but I'm not here to police you. If you have the approach just like I do, that, if buying is and owning piracy and stealing, then that's fine. I respect it. But just be aware of the legality of it. And as far as I'm aware, if you're going to be even just viewing content without an active subscription, that could be potentially piracy. Now, this is just kind of like watching online kind of crap. So you're not really downloading anything. You're just kind of going to a website and viewing it through there. So chances that you're going to be found are probably slim to none. And if you feel uncertain, you can always use some kind of VPNs for this. Now, in here, you can see we have a bunch of links to some of these sites that you can visit to view this kind of content. Now, this is a small snippet, and there is, for instance, a 4-letter website which you can go to view basically these kind of platforms, along with many others, like dozens of them, that all do the same thing. And if one of them goes down, they usually also have some alternative domains that they have as a backup, so you can find them right there. And find one that works great for you, the one that you will prefer, as not all of them are the same, not all of them work as great. So find one that is working perfectly for you and doesn't annoy you, and yeah, you're off to races. Anyway, so that's about it. Now, I do want to point out one thing. The reason this will work in a browser through this kind of means instead of a something like Netflix is because browser is a separate application. That application would need to block screenshot and screen recordings in order to prevent me from using it in such a way. And the content that I'm going to be viewing through it like this cannot change how the actual app works. So that's why this works. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.